All right, let's do this. I I've just gotten home. Can hear my lovely cat welcoming me. Come Ollie, come say hi to the audience. Come on. You see, she's really such a good girl. Hi, how's your day? So anytime I get home, I have to give them attention from neglecting them for like more than 6 hours, and it's just nice to see them. Look at you. Actually, she's so huge. Everyone look at her. Hi. Anyway, hi guys, welcome to my channel. Yes, I am a cat mom, but this channel is not about cats. Basically, my name is Stacey Nduta and I speak on growth, lifestyle, skincare, because that's how I started vlogging. And I'm really excited to do this video because I'll just be speaking on a few life changes that have happened in my life. And you're going to hear some background noise. That is just a sign of a happy house or a happy home, whatever you want to call it. Why am I recording from this setup? So a girl was busy the whole day, did not get a chance to record from the office, but it was pretty amazing. It was a productive day. I managed to do what I needed to do, or rather majority of what I needed to do from my to-do list and priority list. And now this is me recording from home, my very empty sitting room. As the title suggests, I moved. The other house still exists. Why did I move? I mean, I'd had the bed sitter for like since 2019, so that's almost, give or take, 3 years. Almost 3 years. And it was an amazing experience. I loved it, but it was time to get more space. Having pets in such a small space, when they were kittens it was okay, but as they're growing and getting bigger, you realize that the space was a bit smaller than I remembered. I moved. I think that's pretty much it. I will not be doing a house tour because I'm not that kind of vlogger. I think I am more invested in sharing with you mind level lessons than actually coming here and showing you, oh, this is my life. Nah, that one you can check my Instagram. I'll put the handle here, over here. But besides that, I wanted to come here and just talk about a few things that people overlook when talking about moving. Yes, there's the glam of it, there's the excitement of it, but there's also the darker shadow side of it. And as you know, your girl up in here to talk about those things that people don't talk about, because that's my way of processing things in life, basically. So like I said, I just got home. That feels so nice. I did my hair yesterday, you guys. Gosh, it took forever. The whole time I was thinking, do I need this much hair? Can I shave it? Will people notice if I shave it? I mean, they're already saying my hair is shorter than it's supposed to be, so why not? Anyway, yeah. Yes! So it was a big life change. Actually managed to get this house in April, but moved in last month because obviously the previous tenant needed to, sorry about that, but I actually think the lighting is not that bad. My issue is the grain. I don't understand why it's not sharp, so let's fix that with a bit of light. So I had to wait for the previous tenant to move out. I also needed to sort out the other house, set it up via Airbnb, but that's also another story. I'll put the link in my description, you guys. I'll put photos as well. I really love that house, and I think the reason why I was not able to let it go is because it just represents a part of me that really started from the bottom. By the time I was moving into that house, I think my mattress was on the floor. I didn't have a bed. I didn't have furniture. I barely had sufurias. Oh my God. I bought sufurias from the supermarket. My mom hates those tutorials. She really does. I'm yet to buy I only bought a non-stick pan, which right now is not non-stick anymore. So basically, let me just say, right now I'm starting from scratch again. That's why you can hear an echo. I have my mic on, but I'm sure the reverb, I might as well be using auto-tune. Plus my voice is not fully back. I can hear it, but it doesn't sound like me. But I feel like I haven't sounded like myself in a very long time. I even forgot what I sound like. Because in my other videos, if you check them out, link somewhere above here, you'll notice I had like a soprano of some sort. But right now, my voice is sounding, you know. Okay, enough with all this preliminary conversation. Now on to the meat of what we're discussing today. Moving out, whether from your parents' house, whether from maybe if you're living with a sibling or a cousin or just someone, most people have like a roommate when they're starting out. But moving out to live by yourself is scary. It's always scary. Like I've lived alone all my life. Never had the chance. Maybe in campus, I had an amazing roommate. Hi. Oh God, she was the best I could ever ask for. We didn't have any like drama in terms of like sharing bills and everything. When she needed help, I helped. When I needed help, she helped. It was just a very good dynamic, and I'm so grateful for that experience. But in terms of cohabiting, man, I even got shivers. I don't know if that is my push on. I don't think I don't think that is my push on, and I'm not trying to find that out. But when you're moving out, it's always such a heavy and familiar experience. Like like I said, the excitement, the glam of it, telling people you've moved, furnishing a new house, getting the chance to just have a new neighborhood and everything. It's exciting. But on this channel, we explore the darker side of life. Anyway, we explore the shadow bit of life, and that's basically all I can say. It brought so many feelings that I hadn't dealt with the previous move that I realized that I need to deal with. I remember there was like 2 weeks I'd told everyone I'm moving this week. I didn't. I slept. That weekend I slept. I was like, I'm tired. I can't deal with this emotion like right now, because when you're doing something unfamiliar, it's somehow scary, and also you have to actually, not physically, but you have to push yourself. You can even notice the difference in how you talk to yourself or motivate yourself. It's no longer, will you do this, will you do that? It's more of, you need to do this. You actually need to, this is the plan. We require effort behind, there's even a TikTok. I'll look for it and keep it in here somewhere. But the plan now needs effort. Where is the effort, and that's where you feel very, now is when she has decided to play with her ball. Yes, I'm looking at you. Come on. I think the reason why they're like this is because I'm not added food to their plate because they haven't finished their food. But moving on. So all those feelings will come to rise. And what I'm here to tell you is that it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing, genuinely there's nothing wrong with you. So don't panic. Don't change your mind because you're like, oh, maybe it's a bad idea for me to move. That's why I'm feeling like this. No. Those feelings are very, very human. It just shows that you're either one, there are things that you need to look into. There are details you have not covered. Maybe it could be the money aspect of it. It could be the, there's someone calling me and I'm like, so I'm actually going to call them back tomorrow. That's something I'm also trying to implement. I'm not taking calls past 6 because working in consulting means you need to draw boundaries, and that's my boundary. After 6, I'm not really available before 8, I'm not picking calls. And that's 8 a.m. Moving on. So these feelings will arise, and it doesn't mean that you are making the wrong choice. At this point of my life, I don't think there's a bad choice. There are only choices and consequences. So if you're willing to live with the consequences, pick that choice. I think that's how I'm looking at life. I know it sounds very black and white, but that's pretty much it. Every action you take has a ripple effect, and that ripple effect could either be like positive in your life or negative in your life. So that's how I was looking at this move. I felt like I was coming to a stage in my life where I needed stability. I needed somewhere I could grow roots, somewhere I could call my home for a very long time, and I think I found it. You can see the cats running around. They are so happy. I've never seen them so happy. As in, even when we are sitting like at the back or at the front compound, they're just like everywhere. Like, why do you have so much energy? But then again, they're teenagers, so it makes sense. But yeah, if you're feeling uneasy, probably it's a few details that you haven't really looked into. Maybe cash deficit. Maybe you probably need to look into like how much, not even how much, but how much time you have. Like, I feel like that's where I messed up in terms of timeline, because I had so many things happening at once. Because I moved, then I had to travel out of town, then I came back, then I traveled again. Like, I barely stayed in the house, but at least I had enough food for the cats. And just trying to figure out those logistics, because as much as I want to say, I have a supportive circle and everything, you actually need to figure this shit out by yourself as well. Because if you don't figure it out, no one else will figure it out for you. You'd rather figure it out than bring people to support you, because that makes more sense. But just dumping it on someone else, delegating, by the way, it never works. It's never a good idea. So that's point number 1. Point number 2, connected to what I've just said. Please talk about it. Talk about any uncomfortable feelings that you're feeling. Talk about any problems you're encountering. Something I really like is that during the last 2 months, I honestly, purely spoke with those in my circle to let them know, so this is where I'm at, this is what I'm expecting, these are the barriers I'm experiencing. Do you have tips? Like la 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 la. In fact, I feel like because I was expressing myself during that period, I was actually able to get out all that gunk in terms of the feelings that were arising that I wanted to hide from. But yeah, this is what I deal with. Hyperactive cats. I'm going to buy them catnip. I see how they'll behave after that. Umesikia Oli? Umesikia? Korea? Okay, she's ignoring me. Talk about it. Be honest with those around you, because I feel like what happens sometimes when you're going through life changes, we don't tell people what's going on in our lives. We lie, we cover up, and I know this will sound cliche, but the truth does set you free. When you're not lying about anything, when you're being honest, like something that has really saved me is being honest with people around me. Like if they're expecting something of me, I'll just let them know, so this is what we had agreed, but this is how things are happening, and I'll need to move things around, especially with clients, because some of the deadlines were really tight, but I'm trying my best to just make sure I deliver on the projects I'm delayed on. And it's that communication that helps you at least maintain a healthy relationship, not just with your friends, but also with clients if you're working in consulting, or even with your employer if they have basic expectations of projects from you. So yeah, being honest with the people around you really, really helps. Wacha kubeba mzigo yenye si yako. Stop carrying a weight of lying to people and trying to remember what you lied about and the gaps in between. No, just say the truth, because once you have just a single storyline, you don't need to juggle in your head, what did I say last time? Yeah, it's not going to work, by the way. It's just going to stress you. So just be honest about what's happening, because people are really scared of being vulnerable and just expressing themselves. But honestly, what do you have to lose? Okay, sawa, so they look at you and think you're stupid, and then just because someone perceives you as such doesn't mean you are. And that's something I wish someone told me loudly very years ago, because there were so many times I was carrying myself based on the perception of the people around me, and that's not it. And even being able to move into this space, people around me are like, I'm so proud of you, congratulations. I feel like I'm a bit disillusioned because I wanted it, I got it. Oh my God, I fought tooth and nail because it was an expense that was coming before some of the payments I was expecting. So I was like, okay, should I take the leap? Should I wait? And there's all that internal debating and everything, which moves us now to the next point. Be willing to fail. Be willing to fail. We only have one life. It's not even about YOLO. We only have one life. And something that a mantra or a statement that I'm using in my life is, what if everything good that's supposed to happen happens? Show me how good it can get. I'm tired of worst case scenario, honestly. I've lived it. It's a bit old, So anytime something serious is happening in my life, something I didn't anticipate, I'm like, oh, this is the plot twist of the plot twist of my biography, where I'll tell people this was the barrier and this is how I conquered it. Hey, I don't know how you guys live your life, but mine is pretty entertaining. So yeah, just be willing to fail. Make the mistakes that you need to make. I think one mistake I made was I wanted it and I didn't care for how I'll get it. So how I paid for that for 2 months, I was on edge. Any money that was coming in was going to bills. I was not really I can't remember the last time I even bought myself kitu ya maana aside from food. I feel yeah. And I know that's something someone will be like, oh my God, she's struggling. I'm like, bitch, everyone is struggling. Have you seen the economy? Even being able to use a matatu is a privilege because yeah, anyway, moving on from that, it's just be willing to fail. Just be willing to fail and escape the whole perfectionism / procrastination cycle, because I feel like that's what I almost did. I almost decided not to move out because I was like, oh, now when I leave my furniture in the other house for the B&B, I won't have furniture in the new house. Do I want to start from scratch? I don't have money for XYZ. You see, I was already talking myself out of something that had availed itself, because I got the house at a very good price at a very central location, at least near work, and I didn't want to. Again, I didn't want to assume this thing. So sometimes when things come to you, or rather when things avail themselves to you, you doubt yourself. You doubt the plans you had. The way you can be like, oh, I'm going to land this client. And then when you land the client, you're like, oh no, I have to do the workload. You see, sometimes we always, I notice sometimes the negative narrative is way louder than the positive narrative. So that's my challenge to you. Just ask yourself, how good can it get? This is my story and I'm going to write it according to me, giving it my best, applying my best self. And when I say my best self, I'm not asking you to show up with enthusiasm. No, I'm just saying if you look back to that moment, will you be proud of how you behaved, of how you acted, of how you treated someone in your life, of how you treated something you asked for? Did you appreciate it enough? And people don't realize the power of gratitude. And it's something that I'm coming to appreciate. Like, even I think I mentioned in my previous video, even when I'm like paying for bills nowadays, I'm like, oh, thank you. When I'm paying back people, I try to pay like Atakan. It's the, for now I can't do extra, but just like at least the withdrawal, whatever fee, like just being able to give not from a place of kufinya is very eye-opening, and it's helping me with my attitude towards money, because that's something I struggled with for a very long time. And it's just amazing to see like how far I've come, and I'm grateful. Honestly, I can't even say it's because of my hard work. No, it's because sometimes I think what happens is when you just set your head down and focus on the things that just give you joy, and just give you that, that kashiva where you feel, those are the things I'm chasing. And it may sound hedonistic, I don't really care, but that's the life I want to live. So that's my message to you today. Like, just when you're doing the whole move thing, it may seem scary, it may seem big, it may seem all that, but if you can actually think of it, if you can envision it for yourself, if you like, your feeling towards it is, your desire towards it is very strong, that's a good sign. It doesn't mean these are people who genuinely punish themselves for having desires, and it's very bizarre, because I find like your desire is your compass, and people will be like, oh, religion, oh, this is evil. I'm like, I mean, it's evil if you're hurting other people, but if you're actually fulfilling a desire of the flesh, anyway, if you're actually fulfilling a desire that brings you joy and allows you to actually just vibrate at a higher level, please pursue it. Because what I'm realizing is, life is, like I've said this a million times here and on my TikTok, life is about one distraction after another, one distraction over another. What has your attention? Is your attention going to watching things? Is your attention going into investing in yourself? So right now for me, like, the house is an investment in myself. Right now it may look like such a big bill, but I know in the long run, honestly, it will probably be my smallest bill. And I'm saying that confidently. Because this year we're going big. We're going big. Even go home is not an option in that field. We're going big. And I feel like that's pretty much it. That's what I needed to say. For any of you who are going through major life changes, feel free to let me know in the comments. I feel like I don't like engage with you guys like normal vloggers, and I feel like that's okay, because I don't know. People will probably be like, why does she vlog? She barely has any like subscribers. But honestly, 500 is like a lot of people. Like, yes, not all of you watch all the videos, but the feedback I get from the few who actually find my channel and be like, what? You've been doing this for this long? How come I'm just finding out, And I'm just like, it's alright. You found out in good time. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And I appreciate each and every one of you, because it's exciting. It's exciting to share this journey with you. And I know I'll probably look at this video like 2-3 years from now, and I'm just like, wow. You have no idea what's coming, because when you have that feeling of like you're on the edge of it, like you're about to like break through something, and it's really amazing, you guys, and I'm really grateful. So before I start crying, bye. Look at my hair. Anyway, bye guys. I'll see you next week. And yes, we are rooting for consistency. It doesn't matter the location, man. Me, if I'm on top of a mountain, we're going to record. We're going to give a live update, and we're going to share our insights from the week. Sawa sawa? Bye.